November 28th, 2017. This is number 1016, which is another historical number. It's the last of the sequence. For 10 years, I've been denied every single one of my rights to recover my own $300,000 now by super criminal Robert D. Rose, who logically and systematically blocks all criminal investigations because he's the #1 worst cybercrime terrorist in world history. The manhunt will continue against him for $2 million US. I currently have my press pass there, and on the back of this is actually something quite interesting. It talks about denial of rights, freedom of speech, and particularly the ability to redress grievances against the government. For indeed what this really does, I'll pull up this last document here, is URLident is the most prolific, profound answer to world history. It's the world's first and last open super Facebook database that controls all the criminal investigations, the taxes, the bids, the contracts, the politicians, and the decisions. One degree of separation that brings us into the new world society, utopia, known as unocracy. It can't be any more profound. I'm a little bit under the weather today because I've yet to have anyone in the entire world with any competency simply uphold man-made law to recover my $1.2 million and pay me back my $500 million US that are due for real and punitive damages for what one super criminal terrorist cell did to me. And there's more than 100 people that go to prison. So arrange for my immediate departure to come back to Atlanta, Georgia, under protection of the military, the FBI, the Attorney General, in fact, the entire world. I'll bring back the Holy Grail as the #1 evangelist, crusader, technologist, author, inventor of all time, humbly speaking, of course. That's what I've been doing my whole life, is solving major world problems at the macro God level and the micro DNA level. For it does affect the healthcare, Obamacare, all these programs are screwing you out of all of your assets because of the bureaucracy and the red tape conspiracies that put all the money in the super rich. Today I actually happen to be at the Green Sun Hotel, which is a brand new one. Green Sun here in Manila. I'm going to be booking convention centers around the world. Hong Kong Convention Center, Madison Square Gardens, Filipino Arena, with every single major church leader as my co-partner with ChristDomain.com. Can it be any more pronounced that a single person had everything taken away from him because he represents God? And just like the Apostle Paul and Jesus Christ, Muhammad, and so many other 4 founding fathers, they were severely persecuted the entire time because they're teaching the world how to love and care for each other. I can quote scripture day and night, and even in my sleep, and yet I don't, because people don't want to hear someone tell them the absolute truth. Can you deal with the truth now, world, that all these are profoundly prophetic? A visionary and a prophet is one who sees the world history. I live 10 to 15 years ahead of the rest of the world in my technical capability to solve world problems. So therefore, you can catch up by educating yourself and supporting BuiltByKeith.com. The only thing that's required is you make phone calls directly to the USA government, top level world leaders, and simply call me to set up interviews, because I'm sick and tired of doing the request letters and the act of Congress. Oh, it requires an act of God. So this is an act of God because I work for Jesus Christ and God the whole time, independent of your religious denomination. Go public. Talk to the top level newscasters, the top level government officials, including Congress and all the world leaders, and I come home to finally teach you the rest of the story in the ultimate meantime of all.